Hey, how's it going, everybody? Aaron J here checking in. Thank you for tuning in to the video. I just want to talk about patience. Patience. Patience is something that's very important for us to get where it is we want to go. But the thing about that is we have to learn to be still at times. And being still is much deeper than just being in one spot. It's a mental thing as much as it is a physical thing. You know, some may think sitting in one spot physically, but mentally you have to be appreciative wherever it is that you are. You have to understand that you are where you belong. Even if you think you belong further, you got to be grateful for where it is you are. I want to be further in life, but where I am right now must be needed. It must be a stepping stone. It must prepare me for where it is I think I belong. You know, we may try to skip steps and get where it is we want to go faster than expected. And sometimes that can lead us to a situation where we get a reality check. You know, when we go by our own timing, we don't give ourselves the benefit of the doubt because, of course, we want things right away. It's all about fast, fast, fast. We ignore God's timing. Sometimes God's saying not yet. No, excuse me, not sometimes. All the times. When God says not yet, there's power in that. It's much more powerful than when we say, I want it now. God's not yet is more powerful than our, I want this now. God saying, you're where you belong is more powerful than us saying, I should be further. God saying the things that you do have is more powerful than us saying, I don't have enough. When we're patient, we're able to appreciate where it is that we are. When we're impatient, we ignore the stepping stones. We look at what others have that we feel we deserve. We're so focused on moving further that we don't realize how far we've come. There's power and there's healing also when we're patient. It allows us to find rest. When we put our hope in God, we're able to realize that He doesn't want us to be anxious. He doesn't want us to be impatient. He wants us to sit still, give our battles to Him, be faithful. And as crazy as it is, as crazy as it sounds, sometimes the best way to move is not moving at all. And when I say that, I don't mean to be lazy. I don't mean to procrastinate. I mean to sit still and clear your mind of the negative thoughts. Understand that where you are is necessary to where you need to be. Where you are is necessary for where it is that you want to be. Our timing is not God's timing. We have to understand that. Your timing is not God's timing. Sometimes you have to throw out the things that you think you want. Sometimes you have to push aside where you think you need to be and just tell God, it doesn't matter when. I know you're with me, and I know you know my heart, and I know that I'm where you want me to be. As long as you're trying your best and having faith, you can do no wrong. But the human in us, we see things other people have. We have we have questions that we want answered. And sometimes God gives us those answers, but we're so focused on hearing certain answers at certain times that we don't even understand He's been answering all along. Our minds just scatter all over the place. When am I going to get here? Why am I only here? How come everyone else has those things and I don't? I've asked this question, how come I'm not receiving answers? It's because we're growing impatient. You grow impatient, you're not focused. The answers is simple, right in front of you. We look past it because we're looking for our own answers. We think we know where we belong. To a certain extent, we might, but ultimately, we know nothing. And we have to be willing to admit that we know nothing. We don't know anything. When we listen to Him, when we're patient, we hear what God is telling us. And that's where our wisdom comes, true wisdom. You know, we're a part of His story. We got to be patient before that page is turned. Patience is powerful. Good things come to those who wait. That doesn't mean to sit in one spot, of course. You give it integrity. Good things come to those who wait, but also good things come to those who take. However, there's a time to take. Good things come to those who wait and those who take, but there's a time to take. Be willing to be patient, and you'll understand why the wait was necessary. Everything in life requires planning, faith, and patience. When God says not yet, be obedient. When God says the time is now, be obedient. When God says no, be obedient. When God says yes, be obedient. When you feel yourself growing impatient, remain obedient. When you are being patient, remain obedient.